Hi and welcome to my greenhouse. I just thought I'd show you what it's looking like at the coming towards the end of April. As you can see here from this shot, we've got a lot of Sarracenias in bloom, which is really nice. And if we pan over, we've also got quite a lot of Sarracenias on this side as well. So we take a bit of a closer look. We've got a lot of my old Morris here, which have some really nice sort of salmon pink flowers. I really like those ones. This lovely dark, fairly dark red one is from Leucophila, crossed with Flavracho purpurea. And we can even see some of her lovely pictures already coming up here. And it's got some nice veining coming on this already. It'll go almost red-black, this will eventually, in the summer heat and the sun. Already, it's really quite a nice tall picture. She's got some more coming here. Got some quite red pictures coming here, but these actually will turn green. This is one of my old Morris again, so it's a quite a green one. This lovely yellow flower here is from a Flava rubicorpora, crossed with Alata redlid. We can actually persuade her to actually focus on that. There we go. We've got a few more sort of salmon pink ones, my Morris. This I think is one of my bigger Morris, which is a much darker flower. And this is actually again one of my big Morris that has some really big, she has some really big flowers. Very, very pretty and very flouncy. Got some more yellow ones. Again, this is another Flava. Again, it's Flava rubicorpora. They do have a lovely, lovely yellow colour. They're not the nicest scent they have, but it's not to everybody's taste, I don't think. A few more nice ones back there. Again, a variety of different ones. We've got a lovely. This is my Flava rubicorpora purple tube. Already you can see the lovely purple colouring on that coming out. Again, she'll come up, she'll be really nice tall pictures. Ophelia is doing really nicely. She's got most of her traps actually coming up really well. A lot of the other ones are, they've put the flowers out, but the traps are quite a bit behind. Some are doing really nicely. So there's a nice one back here. I'm not entirely sure what that one is. That could again be a Flavolata redlid. So the green yellow one back there, that is my Catespii cross, which is really nice. Again, we've got some more lovely yellow ones. Some of these yellow ones, in fact, if we can actually see this one nicely. This is my Kimber Red Ruffles, which is absolutely beautiful. She's already got some really nice traps coming up, and I think some of these yellow ones are hers. Is an Alata. Persuaded to focus on Alata. There we go. Alata's quite a light yellow, almost a green colour. And again, some of our traps are coming out here. Really nice Ophelia. Just a lot of nice tall foliage already. This is one of my big pots of Ophelia. Really nice. Again, I'm not quite sure what this one is. That's just one of my old Morris. I've actually left some of the old pictures on her, just to get a scale of what they were like. Again, here's another, and this is a huge flower. And again, that's one of my, there we go. That's another Mori I've got. Really, really big flower. I mean, it dwarfs the flowers of Rubra, for example, which are really tiny and really, very delicate. some of Orophelia's. I mean, Orophelia's actually put up more foliage, more traps, before she really opens up her flowers, whereas most of the others, they've got their flowers open before they've really started to get the pictures up. This will be one of the rubras, and again, I mean, even before it even as a bud stage, the flower is actually tiny compared to, you know, most of the others. Some more really big fancy moras, and some more alatas at the back there. Now, I've actually done a bit of an experiment this year, so I've cut down. I didn't cut them through winter. I left the foliage on in winter. So previous videos you've seen, I don't really like cutting the actual foliage down in winter. It still has usefulness in the plants. It can actually photosynthesize and everything. But I have actually started in spring. I've been through a lot of the trays, and I've actually cut them down quite a long way, even lower on that one, to see if actually it helps get a bit more light into the sort of the crown of the plants, and actually produce stronger, better growth as a result of it. Some I've left some of the traps still on, like Rubra here, because Rubra actually keeps her pictures really quite a while, and they stay quite decent. I mean, these are actually starting to go a bit older now. You can actually see some almost like a deposit in there. I think that's the sort of the nectar that you'd normally put up to attract flies. So I've left a few of those on. Some in this tray I've left on, but quite a lot of the others actually, like I say, I've been round, and especially over here in this tray of little ones, I've been round and sort of quite brutally cut them down. So again, there's a lot more light getting into the sort of the crowns, especially in trays like this where I've got a lot of plants actually in here, and a lot of little ones. So all of this is new growth this year. Some really nice Catesbii crosses here. This one's really good. It's got some lovely veining in there, and looking really nice. And again, we've got another alata there. That I think is one of my Rubicorpora crosses. So yeah, looking really nice. There's another Catesbii, which is actually all green. There's no sort of colouring on that one. And yet this one has got loads of beautiful veining. So there's a lot of variation in those seeds. And that is another one of the same variety. But again, it's all green and it's got huge traps. I mean, all that is this year's growth. Again, some more flavas there. This is a Kimber Red Ruffles coming up. Again, really nice. And again, like you see here, I've cut a lot of them right down. So we've got, all we can see now is just the new growth coming. They do look a bit bare. Doesn't look quite, you know, I'm still not convinced I want to do this, but we'll see if it actually improves the sort of the strength of the growth from the new stuff coming up, because it's got, you know, more access to light and everything. We sort of dig back here, we can see my tray of Cobra Lilies, Darlingtonia. They are at the back, but they seem to enjoy back there. They, if anything, they actually prefer a little bit of shade, in my experience. And again, we got some nice flowers coming from them. Again, really quite unusual flowers, very pretty. Here are some of my seedlings that I sowed 2022 to 23. So I sowed these in, by look at it, January 23. So these are now a year and a half old, or a year and a quarter old. And they're coming up nicely. They've started again to spread out really nicely now. And there's even some Darlingtonia seedlings. Not that, to be honest, I need to do seedlings, because Darlingtonia, I've got a lot of them. Come back here. There's a lot of stolon cuttings I've taken, so you know, that's the quickest way to get them. But if you want to do it with seed, why not try it? Got some of my lovely little purpureas here, and here's my all green purpurea, my anthracene free one, and I split her earlier to now got two other lovely little anthracene free specimens, so I'm really pleased with that. They look a bit scraggly at the moment because they were quite crowded, but that's going to really develop nicely. And there's another ornamental purpureas. My Sarracenia doing really well. I'm really hoping at some point she's going to flower, so I can try some crosses with her. Non-pitcher plants, well, my dismal remains of my Venus flytraps, most of which I killed in a frost a few years ago. I went through a lot of the pots that were looking really scraggly, and I've now pricked them out into their separate pots and pot them back up again so it's a bit cleaner. And they're actually now starting to sprout out nicely. The one that seemed to survive quite well from the frost was actually my red dragon. So whether that is just a bit more resilient, I don't know. But they're getting there, you know, they'll establish again and I'll get them back again, so yeah, not the end of the world. These are actually some seedlings from 2022. You know, they're starting to come back out again. Some are getting quite tall. I mean, that was about 4 inches tall. So I'll start to actually prick these out and pot them up. A lot of them have got been hijacked by Banata T-form. So I've got lots and lots of little Banatas in here. And here is a whole mass of Banata. Drosera Banata T-form. It looks beautiful actually when you put a load in a pot together. And again, here are some of the little pricking outs I've done of ones that have just been basically self-setting in other pots. Yeah, I stuff the pot with them. I might separate some of them out. Otherwise, you know, you just get a lovely mass of them in a pot that looks really nice, especially when the sun gets behind them. A couple more Darlingtonias. Here are the seeds I sowed beginning of this year. So again, this was January 24. And literally within about the last 2 weeks, these have started to sprout out nicely. So we've got some lovely little ones coming up. They've just, at the moment, got their little cotyledon leaves on. Although I think I can spot one there. It's actually developed now its first carnivorous trap, which is really nice. Again, a few more Sarracenias, variety of different ones again in here. That's a rubra cross. As you can see, if it focuses, she's got a really delicate little flower, rubra. So some really nice crosses there. I think there's a lot of flavolata red lids I've been splitting, so there's a lot of those. Again, they've got yellow flowers, being a flava. This one's a really nice one. This has got some nice traps up already. This is a, I think it's a Chalcone crossed with rubra. So it's got the red of Chalcone, which I think again is a rubra cross, if I remember rightly, with the beautiful veining coming through of rubra. I've also been adding a few plants to my collection. So in this tray we've got ones I've bought online. I bought quite a few Leucophila and a variety of other ones, so I'm looking forward to those, and even some of those are nicely flowering now. And then again we've got another tray of here's a rubra. Again, tiny little flower for rubra. It's just not going to focus on that, is it? It's going to be stubborn. See if my hand will help it focus. There we go. Tiny little flower of rubra there. But I do really like rubra. I mean, she's got lovely veining. Really nice one. Other plants, well, I've got quite a lot of Drosera capensis. A few have got a little bit of blackening on the tip of the leaves. Don't know why. I managed to keep these going through the winter and protecting them, so they've done really well. They've really come up, well, they've never really sort of died back this winter, so it's been really good. I mean, last winter I thought I'd killed a load because they got really badly frosted, or maybe it was a couple of winters ago, and they literally all died back to the roots, and I had to cut them all back. These ones I've managed to keep. But like I say, quite a few even on Alba here. They've got blackening on the end, so I don't know whether they got caught one evening with some frost or whether they've just been singed a bit in one of the really hot days we've had. So yeah, things looking really, really nice at the moment. There's a lot of new growth coming. I've even got some more plants outside. So here my trays outside. This is basically the overflow. Again, I've been brutally cutting these down, so all you can really see here are the old cut down leaves and the new growth. So we shall see how that works out. Again, we've got some nice traps growing here. A lot of these ones with big traps on these are Ophelia. And we've got more, and we've got more, and as you can see, I've got far too many plants. A lot of these are, again, cuts I did this year. So there's quite a lot of flavolata red lids here, which will look really, really nice. So there you go. That's a relatively quick tour around my greenhouse, just to see what's looking like. I shall probably do a bit more dividing and potting up. So some of these that are doing really well, they're only in very tiny pots at the moment, so I shall put these into bigger pots. I've been cleaning a load of pots and they'll appreciate that. And then yes, if I can find forever homes for them. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Do like and subscribe if you like this sort of thing. Leave comments, and yeah, thank you for watching.